To all who see these presents, greeting. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Act of Congress 20 July 1942, has awarded the Legion of Merit to Colonel John M. Scott, United States Army, for exceptional meritorious service during the period of 13 July 2013 through 30 June 2014 while serving as the Commander, United States Army Garrison Red Cloud in Area 1. Colonel Scott's superior leadership, tenacity, and compassion for the well-being of Area 1 customers set the standard for the Army. He built strong bonds in relationship with senior leaders and received commendations for the Garrison's civilian hiring policy, child care accreditation, best boss, and anti-terrorism force protection programs. Colonel Scott's dedication to workforce development was unsurpassed, and he emulated the Garrison's motto to serve those who serve by servicing the needs of others. Colonel Scott's dedication and devotion to duty reflect great credit upon him, the United States Management Command, and the United States Army. By order of the Secretary of the Army, signed David D. Halverson, Lieutenant General, U.S. Army Commanding.
That's a big award.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's ceremony. Today, Colonel John M. Scott, Commander, United States Army Garrison Red Cloud and Area 1, relinquishes command to Colonel Jack Haefner. Today's ceremony is hosted by Ms. Deborah D. Zadalis, Director of Installation Management Command, Pacific Region. Ceremonial music is provided by the 2nd Infantry Division Band. Participating in today's ceremony from left to right are the 2nd Infantry Division Band, commanded by Chief Warrant Officer 4 Thomas W. Hager, and led by First Sergeant Frank Barlow. Headquarters and Headquarters Company, United States Army Garrison Red Cloud, commanded by Captain Matthew Ellison and led by Sergeant First Class Esther Spears. The United States Army Garrison Red Cloud and Area 1 Civilian Workforce, led by Mr. Ronnie James. The United States Air Force 604th Air Support Operations Squadron, commanded by Lieutenant Colonel David Abrahamson. The Area 1 Korean Service Corps, led by Mr. Chang Hong-gi. And the United States Army Garrison Red Cloud and Area 1 Color Guard, led today by Command Sergeant Major Patrick M. Quirk. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocation by the United States Army Garrison Red Cloud and Area 1 Chaplain, Chaplain Damon O'Neill.
Gracious God, Creator and Sustainer of all life, we gather this morning to bear witness as the mantle of command for the United States Army Garrison passes from Colonel John Scott to Colonel John Haefner. We are thankful for the guidance and leadership of your servant, Colonel Scott, has provided to the garrison and all of Area 1 during his tenure as our commander. As he prepares to depart this place, it is our prayer that you will continue to direct his paths, granting him safety and success in all he puts his hand to. As Colonel Haefner assumes this mantle of leadership, we ask that you give him a double measure of your wisdom as he seeks to navigate the turbulent waters of transformation. Be a lamp to his feet, give him favor in the eyes of his superiors and subordinates alike. Enable him to rule over us in justice, tempered with compassion. Holy Father, it is our prayer that you continue to bless both our nations represented here today. Allow us to continue in this spirit of collaboration. Continue to put your hedge of protection over each of our lands. Give guidance to our leaders and call upon your people to live in righteousness. All these we ask in your mighty and omnipotent name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Chaplain O'Neill. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Private Donovan Wegner, Incom Pacific Soldier of the Year, will present Mrs. Haefner a bouquet of yellow rosebuds. Yellow is the color of new beginnings and symbolizes Mrs. Haefner's arrival as the new First Lady of the United States Army Garrison Red Cloud and Area 1. In time, those rosebuds will blossom, as will Mrs. Haefner's relationship with the soldiers and other members of this command. Private Wegner will present Colonel Haefner's daughters, Cora and Mary, a single rosebud, and the Colonel's son, Lucas, a coin to welcome them to the command. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the troops in formation. The commander of troops today is Lieutenant Colonel Edward D. Eldridge.
Down attention!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and the rendering of honors.
Sound, present arms! Sound, order arms and parade rest!
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Ms. Dallas and Colonel Scott will join the commander of troops, Lieutenant Colonel Eldridge, to inspect the command. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The United States Army Garrison Red Cloud and Area 1 manages a widely dispersed set of installations in northern Gyeonggi Province. The region is a mountainous and mostly rural one that sprawls from the demilitarized zone all the way south to a point about 10 miles north of Seoul, the nation's thriving capital. Area 1 installations combined take up 14,000 acres. Its military communities have a combined population of more than 18,000. That includes soldiers, civilians, family members, and retirees. Most of that population is assigned to the 2nd Infantry Division. The division's soldiers serve as far north as the Joint Security Area. The garrison's primary mission is to ensure that the division has the facilities and services it needs to carry out its day-to-day warfighting mission. The support the garrison provides ranges widely. It includes such things as providing electricity, water, fire services, base security, and the upkeep of roads, barracks, motor pools, and many other facilities needed for efficient day-to-day military operations. At the same time, the garrison provides a robust menu of recreational, athletic, and other services that contribute to the morale, well-being, and resilience of our soldiers, civilians, and family members. The garrison is headquartered here at Camp Red Cloud in Uijeongbu. Also part of the command is the United States Army Garrison Casey, which is headquartered at Camp Casey in Tongduchang.
Attention! Sound colors, center march! Sir, the closure present. Command. Sound, present, arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthems of the Republic of Korea and the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the official party will move forward for the change of command ceremony. From the beginning of history, military forces have carried a banner or other emblem to serve as a symbol of unity and strength. Today, this time-honored tradition continues. Commanders, officers, non-commissioned officers, soldiers come and go, but organizational colors remain timeless. They represent both the performance and harmony of the unit's past, present, and future. It is the colors that signify a unit's history and symbolically portray the glories, accomplishments, failures, joys, and sorrows of its members. The tradition of passing organizational colors from the outgoing to the incoming commander is symbolic of the transfer of command responsibility. Effective 30 June 2014, the undersigned assumes command of United States Army Garrison Red Cloud and Area 1 by authority of Army Regulation 600-20, paragraph 25B. Signed, Colonel John Haefner, United States Army, commanding. Ladies and gentlemen, the Director of Installation Management Command Pacific Region, Ms. Deborah D. Zadalis.
Good morning, and annyeonghaseyo to our distinguished guests, Mr. An Byung-yong, Mayor of Uijeonbu, to Lieutenant General Shampo, who is the Commanding General for 8th Army, to Major General Tom Vandal, Commanding General of 2nd Infantry Division, and Command Sergeant Major Spano. Fellow Commanders, Command Sergeants Major, to the Haefner family, Tony, Cora, Mary Therese, and Lucas. Representatives of city and community organizations, friends and members of U.S. Army Garrison Red Cloud, thank you all for joining us today as we bid farewell to Colonel Mike Scott and officially welcome our new command team, the Haefners. As Mike ends his command here at Red Cloud, it's good timing to reflect on the impacts he made on the soldiers and civilians who live and work here, and also on the local community. U.S. Army garrisons exist to take care of soldiers and their families, wherever they are assigned. And in doing so, garrison commanders must create an environment where soldiers and their families know that they'll be taken care of 24/7. And that's exactly what Mike and his team did. The Red Cloud Command Team is one of the best command teams I have seen in my time as the Region Director. With Deputy Garrison Commander Freddie Giddens and Command Sergeant Major Mike Hatfield and now Command Sergeant Major Patrick Quirk, U.S. Army Garrison Red Cloud has flourished in its support for soldiers, civilians, and their families. For example, during Colonel Scott's command, Red Cloud and Area 1 soldiers, family members, and civilians benefited from facility improvements that included a renovated barracks and a family readiness center, updated Central Community and Processing Center, a new Child Development Center, and 2 new Child and Youth Centers. To expand a bit on the Child and Youth Services area, in December of 2013, the KC Child Development Center not only achieved its accreditation, it also received special commendation for scoring 100% in all but one CDC program. And the one they didn't score 100% in, they scored 98. What an achievement. I think this demonstrates Area 1's deep commitment to the well-being of soldiers and civilians' families. Colonel Scott's focus on meeting or exceeding standards, as well as his personal approach to child and youth services, helped Red Cloud exceed expectation. Colonel Scott was never too busy to read a book at the CDC or share his favorite story about growing up as an Army brat with Garrison youth. Mike always made time to connect with families here in Area 1. His hands-on care and concern also extended to his Garrison employees. And I want to say, you guys look great out there. I've never seen such a large formation. I'd like to give you a hand. His care was reflected in several professional development opportunities and town halls. Colonel Scott always took a personal interest in mentoring civilians, the majority of his garrison workforce, to include the host nation employees. This engagement and inspiring leadership truly helped Garrison Red Cloud be one team, inspired, informed, and engaged. Because of Colonel Scott's solid and caring leadership and his team's work ethic, Garrison Red Cloud was recognized in several areas, as is indicated in your program. This is an award-winning garrison. In 2013, they were recognized by IMCOM Pacific for the #1 Better Opportunities for Single Soldiers BOSS program and for the best large fire department. AAFES recognized the Northern Post Exchange as it was named the best medium-sized exchange worldwide, and Camp Casey Exchange won the AAFES CEO Commander's Cup Award. And DECA awarded them for the best small commissary overseas, and they also won the L. Mendel Rivers Award for exceptional service and dedication in delivering commissary services. So today I would ask you to join me in congratulating Colonel Scott and his award-winning garrison. Red Cloud has also enjoyed a friendly and long-standing relationship with the local community. Because of this relationship, Colonel Scott and the garrison successfully negotiated a monthly group trip from the Welcome Center to the Yeonju Korean National Immigration Office for passport and visa services. Prior to this, service members, civilians, and their families had to make their own way to the immigration office. This new process not only expedited the processing time for U.S. citizens, it also benefited the Korean service providers by creating a streamlined, predictable process for their day-to-day operations. Mr. An Byung-young, the mayor of Uijeonbu City, thank you again for joining us today to recognize the productive and professional partnership Colonel Scott and you have had these past 2 years. Now, as you know, there are many changes ahead in Area 1 as soldiers, civilians, and families are relocated south in the peninsula. During his time here, Colonel Scott's steadfast professionalism and his ability to see the big picture became well known. Colonel Scott, for the past 24 months, your primary focus has been on taking care of soldiers and families from a garrison commander's perspective. When you first came to the garrison, it was an entirely new experience for you, but you handled it like a pro. I know the experience you've gained here will benefit your future assignments. I know you will perform superbly as the Chief of Staff for the Director for Joint Force Development, Joint Staff, J7 at the Pentagon. I look forward to hearing of your continued success. Although your family was not able to be with us today, they were here when you first assumed command, and I want to publicly acknowledge and thank Sonia, Annalisa, and Sophia. Being separated from your family is always tough. Having a tough job and doing it on your own is even tougher. I thank them for all their reach-back support and for sharing you with us for these past 2 years. To the entire Haefner family, a warm welcome to U.S. Army Garrison Red Cloud and to the IMCOM Pacific region. Jack, I believe the team that Mike is handing over to you today will impress you and will exceed your expectations. And finally, a special thanks to everyone who worked so hard to ensure the success of today's ceremony. And with that, in closing, IMCOM, we are the Army's home, Army Strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel John M. Scott.
Wow. So the weather worked out today, and we even got some flybys by these dragonflies, so that's an aviation trip right there. Okay, so Mayor On, Lieutenant General Champeau, Mrs. Alice, Sergeant Major Pandy, Major General Vandal, and Sergeant Major Vandal, Colonel Kim on behalf of the 65th Infantry Division. I will tell you, thank you for coming today, all of our distinguished guests, command teams, and of course, most importantly, the soldiers, civilians, and airmen, and our KSC partners. Thank you for today's change in command. Chief Hager, the 2nd Infantry Division Band, thank you. Thank you. As always, you sound tremendous, and your presence adds just that special touch while highlighting the tradition of the change in command ceremony. I'd like to give a special shout out to Staff Sergeant Colley, who is playing the baritone. I don't know what the other name is that you call that instrument. We're going to call it the baritone. And your dedication to the team is quite impressive. I wish you all the best out here at Camp Red Cloud. Lieutenant Colonel D.J. Abramson and the airmen in the 604th Air Support Squadron, the Ducks. The Area 1 Garrison is proud to have you and your team as an integral part of our Area 1 community. Thank you for taking the time to stand with us today in the field. Your presence exemplifies the spirit of one team, one fight. Great job, DJ. You look great. And of course, to the 15 KSCs, thanks, team. Thank you so much for participating as well. So across the village green today, you can see the amazing teamwork as a cross-section of the community in our garrison stands together in formation. Our soldiers, our airmen, our civilians, they look great. Special thanks to all of you. I'd also like to give a quick thanks to the law enforcement, the public works, and the DES teams for their static displays, demonstrating the breadth of capabilities standing watch here at Area 1. So please join me in a round of applause for everyone on the parade field today. These past 2 years have been an adventure, to be sure, and I've been proud to have been part of this team and part of this community. In fact, I'll tell you they've been some of the most rewarding 2 years of my career. Our garrison's main mission has been and remains supporting the warfighters of the 2nd Infantry Division, the Warrior Division, and the many combat support units from both the 19 DSTs and the 8th Army. Our great soldiers and employees, they do a phenomenal job every single day ensuring that the facilities, the programs, and the services are always executed and manned to standard, and with a keen eye towards being ready to fight tonight. And at the same time, Area 1 has been firmly focused on the well-being and resilience of our soldiers, civilians, and their family members. They are definitely strong and getting stronger. We are now committed to ensuring they have the smoothest possible transition as we draw closer to the gradual execution of the transformation in North Korea. And as I prepare to depart, I do so with many fond memories and an overwhelming sense of thankfulness. First, I want to say thanks to all the hardworking and dedicated members of the Area 1 Garrison team. Your day-to-day sacrifices and dedication has been a true inspiration to me, and I wish you all the very best. Keep up the great work. And of course, many of these fond memories come from the many close friends here in the Korean community. Mayor Am Yong-young of Wishambu, Mayor Oh Se-jang of Kangashan, Brigadier General Kim of the 65th Rock Division, and our many good neighbors in the civic organizations who have made themselves our partners in goodwill. Thank you for your leadership and your amazing partnership. To our Korean friends and our many volunteers, both on active and retirees, I will remember your kindness, your beautiful country, and your wonderful culture. I will miss you all. And of course, I do leave with a special fondness for Buddha Jjigae and for kimchi. I'm going to offer what I hope are 3 quick sentences in Hangul for our Korean workforce and our many community partners, so please bear with me. 여러분들 그리고 Area 1 한국인 직원들과 같이서 여러분들은 우리의 동맹을 유지하는 가장 중요한 분들입니다. 그리고 여러분들은 모두에게 저의 마음을 다해 감사의 말씀과 감수를 기원합니다. 저는 언제나 여러분들과 친구라는 사실을 자랑스러워 합니다. 감사합니다. it could never be an event carried out as it was without the crucial support and guidance of some of our community leaders. So first, the Lieutenant General Champeau, sir, thanks for your trust and your confidence in me, but also for the Area 1 team. The latitude you gave the team and myself has been great and certainly appreciated. Also, I'd like to offer my sincere thanks to Ms. Dallas, our Pacific Regional Director. Ma'am, your mentorship, your leadership, and your trust has made all the difference as you established a great command climate with amazing support that ensured the Area 1's success. Thank you so much. And finally, to Major General Vandal, Warrior 6. Well, sir, your vision and command support for our garrison programs and services has been simply awesome. Our soldiers, civilians, and families have truly benefited from your leadership. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to the very personal mentoring at times I received over the last 2 years from Brigadier General J.P. Burton and Brigadier General Paul Laughlin. Gentlemen, thank you for everything. I have learned much from the both of you. To all the command teams and soldiers from Iron, Thunder, and the Tribe, thank you for your unwavering support. Our community is alive and well because of your personal leadership and your soldiers' involvement. And also, I'd like to give a shout out to my fellow garrison commanders, Mike Masley, Darren Conkright, Kathy Gavley, and Jimmy Bradford. Thanks for the great teamwork. I know you guys are in the crowd, so thank you for coming today. In the garrison itself, I'd like to extend my thanks to the ever-reliable command teams down here in Wishambu and up at the Casey Hoagie Conclave. My first year was a true learning experience with a unique partnership with now Colonel Steve Finley, and now with our very own Special Forces Casey command team, that was Lieutenant Colonel Eddie Eldridge and Sergeant Major Peden. Gentlemen, thank you to all. I've learned so much from each and every one of you. Great job today. Thank you. And also to my two battle buddies, Command Sergeant Major Hatfield and now Command Sergeant Major Quirk. Your professionalism and focus on the soldier programs has been inspirational, and I definitely am a better soldier for having worked with you both. And to my #1 deputy and our recent Macy Award winner, Mr. Freddie Giddens. Freddie, as always, you've been a class act, whose focus on what matters most, our people, has made the team what it is. I can't thank you enough for your personal mentorship. Thank you. I mentioned earlier the many fond memories, and they've certainly taken those of the command team support staff, including my driver, Mr. Kim Yong-un. For those of you that don't know, I'm Garrison Commander number 19, and he's taken care of. And his service to the garrison is the very definition of commitment. And our ever dependable and capable administrative assistant, Ms. Kim Song-A, who ensured the command team was always at the right location, at the right time, while juggling the 1,000 tasks that pass through her front office. Great job, Ms. Kim. Thank you. I would like to transition quickly for a quick thanks to my parents. I know my father is watching from above and is smiling as a proud father always does. And Dad, thanks for everything. I miss you tons. And to my mom, who I know will watch this later, thanks so much for your love and support. I can't wait to see you in Fort Worth. And also to my in-laws and my extended family, thanks for your continued love and support. And of course, as the luckiest man in the world, I'm so grateful for my wonderful family. To my beautiful wife, Sonia, whose love and support over these past 2 years has been tremendous and never-ending. Babe, I love you so much, and I will be home soon. And to our wonderful and beautiful daughters, Annalisa and Sophia. Girls, your mom and I are so proud of you both, so keep up the great work. Without your love and support, these past 2 years would not have been possible. I am indeed the luckiest husband and luckiest father in the world. And so now, to the new commander of the U.S. Army Garrison Red Cloud in Area 1, Colonel Jack Haefner. Jack, I've really enjoyed our handoff, brother. I know you're going to do just a tremendous job. You've got a great team here. The Area 1 team is getting a great leader. And I wish you, and Tony, Cora, Lucas, and Mary all the best in the coming years. Have fun and enjoy those fireworks this Friday on the 4th. Cool. And as I wrap up, I'll leave with many fond memories and countless others I've had the distinct pleasure of working with and getting to know each and every one of you. So thank you so much. It's been an absolute honor to be a member of this first-class team. I wish you all the very best. May God bless this alliance, the Republic of Korea, and the United States of America. Support and defend, second to none, Pacific victors. Kachikachida, kamsahamnida.
Friends and family of Area 1 Camp Red Cloud, welcome. Tony and I appreciate that you all took the time to spend a special day with us. And I see you, Mr. Evans, right there. I've just had a invitation not too long ago. People like you make this place special. You guys have an awesome determination. Also, thanks to the second Infantry Division Band led by CW4 Thomas Hager. You sound wonderful. I might come by, try one of the trombones. That was one of my instruments, but I wouldn't do that in public. Thank you very much. And U.S. Army Red Cloud Area 1 soldiers, Katusas, Department of the Army employees, Korean national employees, airmen, Korean Service Corps units in formation today, you look great. And it's just like firefighters to outdo everybody in their uniforms. You all look great. Fantastic. As I accept command today from Colonel Mike Scott, I'd also like to thank him, his command team, and the Garrison staff, who were generous with their time and talent. They have welcomed me and my family with warmth and generosity. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank our good Lord and His Blessed Mother for watching over my family, my comrades, and me. And finally, I'm thankful for the love and support of my wife, Tony, and my children, Cora, Lucas, and Mary Therese. They have seen me through the trials and joys of life. I thank them in advance for being at my side here in Area 1. Thank you also to my mom and dad who can't be with us here today, back in Buffalo, New York. It's not cooler today in Buffalo, New York, by the way. Vincent Alice, Major General Vandal, thank you for the confidence in allowing me to command in Area 1. General Champeau, thank you also for being here today. I understand your schedule is very busy, so your attendance makes it all the more special for me and my family. I'm humbled by this opportunity, and I pledge to you, the warriors of 2nd ID in all of Area 1, and to all the soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines in this area, my very best to keep Area 1 strong and to make it stronger. Dehan Minguk, Minguk, Korigo, Hanmi, Komeye, Chile, Ke Gaoga, Hanke, Hagiu, Parumida. Kamsahamnida.
Sound attention! Captain, forward, march!
March along, sing a song, we're the army of the free. Count the brave, count the true, who have fought to victory. We're the army and proud of our name, we're the army and proudly proclaim. First to fight for the right and to build a nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. And it's hi, hi, hey, the army's on its way. Shout off your cadence loud and strong, for wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Please join us at the front podium for a final word of farewell to Colonel John M. Scott. Also, please join Colonel Haefner and his family and Command Sergeant Major Quirk for a welcoming reception immediately following at Mitchell's Club. Buses are located on the left side of the parade field to transport guests to the